What's up, you guys? So I started this 90-day challenge telling myself that I was going to pay off the Type R in 90 days, so that way I could get myself something a little bit nicer, probably towards Christmas. But right now I'm in a position where I can make that happen now and still have my Type R, and to balance both. So with the help of my buddy Clay, this all could possibly become a dreams to reality story once again, being in a position to be able to do so. So I've been having conversations with the dealership and about the car and working all those numbers out and getting all that shit like squared away, you know, like down payment, monthly payments, all that other fun stuff that goes, and reading between the lines. So the next step is, once we already got approved, now I want to go test drive the car. I want to see it. I want to make sure that this is a car that I could see myself driving, owning, and, you know, for a long time type thing. So this is exciting. This is exciting. I thank you guys for the support. Stay tuned. Make sure you guys subscribe, because we've got a lot more videos coming along and coming together. So let's go ahead and get on the road. Let's go to the bank. I gotta go to the bank, go run to get the deposit money, and then go handle that. And hopefully later today I will be on the road to go get it. So let's go ahead and make that happen. So this is day one of on my way to buy an exotic car. So what I did first is I put up the fenders and the hood for sale, which sold in a heartbeat. So I'm gonna rip those off, and I'm gonna take the hood off because they're both going to be leaving. And I think that's probably all I'm gonna be parting out of the Type R, and leave the Type R the way it sits now. I think I'm happy with the way it'll sit after that. My S2000 is still here, so the goal is to sell this baby, those two front ends, and then pay this Type R off, pay it off in 90 days. So I can have the pink slip in my name and then start the new venture with the new car as well. So let's go ahead and get into taking this thing apart and putting the stock stuff back on. So step one is the easy one. Getting the hood off was the easy part. Taking these fenders off is the hard part and the time-consuming part. So now let the fun begin with removing of these and getting my stock ones back on, and go from there. So side one is complete. We got the first fender ripped out. Let's go ahead and get the stock stuff back on, and that way I can clean all this up. I got to take the bracket off that goes here, but I got to transfer everything from the carbon fender to the stock fender to make this a lot easier, and then plug it back in and then tighten it down. So one thing I like to do first is to get the side pieces. It's really simple to attach to the fender. They just fall into place right here. So once you do that, you just tighten up this one bolt and it's in. Then you go back into installing the fender back into the car, which is quite simple after that. It's just kind of annoying to get to the front bolts at some points, but other than that, let's go ahead and attach these and get the bracket off that one and continue on. So after a little struggle with some of the bolts, we're able to align everything back to stock. All I gotta do is put the side marker in on this side, and then we will be finished. This side's getting a little bit of a headache, but I'm gonna go ahead and wrap that up. Simply put all this cover back on, all this easy clips, and put the hood on. That's it. She's finished. Back to stock in like an hour or 2 hours worth of work, but carbon fenders are already right there, ready to get picked up, and that's where we end off the journey with that. So just like that, after I'd say about a couple of hours, the car is back to stock. Fenders are off, everything's back in line the way it should be, and I think that's all I'm gonna be parting out of this car as I start this 90-day challenge. My goal is to, oh, look at all this mess, handprints. I gotta wash the car now, but pay it off in 90 days. I owe $31,000, so that's my payout. So that's my goal. So for now, just how she sits, still looks good, and everybody's happy. So after a little 20-minute drive up the street from where we're at, we are pulling into the Motors. CNC Motors. They sell a bunch of like exotic cars and stuff like that. So this is where we found the car, so let's go ahead and go inside after we park. So we made it down CNC Motors. You could just, man, you guys can just see this place in person. It's a must, man. It's inspiring. They got all types of cars here. I was even looking at this one, but it's a little bit too much to where I can afford. See, I'm not to these levels yet, but I'm gonna work my way up to where this is like normal. McLaren's always badass.
GTR. So that's the GTR that I was gonna check out, but then I came across this R8 here, which is just crazy. And the cool part is it's stick shift, it's not automatic, so I don't have to settle for paddle shifters and all that Chiptronic stuff. And this carbon fiber on the doors, inside trims. I mean, this car, being for 2009, it is just beautiful. Well taken care of, just beautiful, beautiful car. When you see it in person, it's just crazy. So what are we looking at? Alright guys, after days of anticipation, we are driving on our way to pick up the car. We went down yesterday, we saw it, we looked at it, we worked some numbers out, we got all that to agreeance. And now it's the exciting part, just taking, man, I can't even tell you guys how happy I am, how excited I am, how nervous I am. It's a whole new world with this thing, but you only live once, so you have to do things that nobody believes is possible just to prove that everything's possible. Like, you only have one life to live, so this is it, we're doing it, we're making it happen. Clay's driving right next to me, we're on our way. You guys can't really tell in that side mirror, but there it is, parked out the front. It's already waiting. So just pulling up right now. You guys can see the car. Beautiful car. This is a can't wait to get started project. Carbon fiber. This is definitely something that nobody saw coming. So let's go do the paperwork inside and go finish it all up. So paperwork's finished. This is the first startup. It already has an aftermarket exhaust on it. Man, this is great. That's crazy. Well, that's it, man. Let's go ahead and take this baby home and start the venture with this. The Type R is chilling right there. I'm gonna go ahead and drive back and pick it up, but that's it, it's finished. Audi R8 project. Go back to the office. So little bro's taking the Type R and I'm taking the R8 home. Shout out to CNC Motors for getting us a deal. Hey, but at least you get to drive the Type R like you always wanted to, bug about. So, man, R8 it is. Great car. Thanks again. Now it's time to head back to the house. Maybe I'm thinking about installing the doors that open up, but we'll see what's up. Security posted. Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. Little bro driving the Type R home. This is exciting. This is, man, a dream come true. Oh, it's crazy. Can't believe it. Crazy to think about that just yesterday we were doing all the paperwork. Well, we've been trying to buy the car for 4 days, so now looking at it like this is nuts. is the part that sucks about driving a stick shift, is when you have a car that you really want to go fast in, but you're stuck in like bumper to bumper traffic and like just climbing up like up and down constantly. This is the only thing that I don't like, but for all the fun that I do like, I'll definitely take it. So this is the way to work. 45 minutes for a 15-minute average drive. Crazy. If you guys know me, you guys know I do tell a story about my cousin. She passed away to diabetes, and every time I feel down or I doubt myself or I feel like I miss her really a lot, this song comes on the radio, which you can't plan. And it happens to be at the biggest time of my life where I bought my first exotic car, and it's crazy, man. The way life works. Miss you, Liz. Well, if you guys haven't guessed it by now, I want you guys to welcome my 2009 Audi R8 V8 6-speed. So stick shift, I was lucky enough to find one available. Only 42,000 miles, it's still a baby. And the cool part about this car is the carbon fiber stuff. You guys can see the doors. Leads all the way up and it wraps around. I mean, this car is pretty mint for being a 2009. Only that sucks, I gotta add a Bluetooth to it, but that's okay. Carbon fiber on that part. The exhaust is already aftermarket on it. The cool spoiler that you can put up and down. So this car has definitely been a beauty off of just one day of driving around. So I know a lot of you guys were thinking that I was gonna pull it off and I was gonna get a GTR and I was gonna do that, but after being there and seeing the GTR and actually sitting in both and being around both, how could I say no to the R8? I mean, it just called my name. Like, this car is one hell of a machine. This is fucking, it's a V8, I get it. It's 420 horsepower. It's the most horsepower I've ever had in my life. So that's a big plus because it's the fastest car now that I've owned. And after driving in it, being in it, seeing it, like, it is, I feel sad that I sold my S2000, but I kind of like put my S2000 and made it this because it's the same two-door type of vehicle, same stuff, but a hell of a lot more power and stuff like that. So it was going to take me a while to get that out of the S2000. Plus it was kind of hard to drive with cops and stuff like that. So therefore, being in the R8 now, like, I have like no worries. And you guys just, I'll do an exhaust clip for you guys. So, I mean, it sounds just amazing driving. It sounds amazing shifting the gears. I mean, it's a whole nother world of car. Like, this is, I can't thank you guys enough. Coming from where I come from, where this is just so far-fetched, like, I'm out to prove the world that you can really start from nothing and go ahead and do it. You guys gotta always just keep on pushing. It's like I always tell you guys. So I just want to tell you guys thank you guys for the support. I mean, the shop taking off, like, from being a small little shop thinking that it probably was gonna only stay like that, and for you guys coming through and telling your buddies and telling your friends and telling everybody and coming and supporting me, I can't thank you guys enough. Because of you guys coming around and showing me that support and stuff, it gave me the motivation to keep on going. And I just want to do that. Like, I want to show everybody that, like, everything is possible. Like, like, straight up, like, you could do whatever you want. I remember being at McDonald's selling my car parts out of the trunk of my car, getting laughed at by the next guy driving his cool car through the drive-thru, because I would ask him, like, hey, you know, if you need parts, you know, let me know. Like, I only work here, but I'm gonna get parts and stuff. And they would blow me off, but some were cool and some were not. I mean, but through life is always gonna throw you obstacles. It's always gonna want to kick you down. It's always gonna want to shoot things in your face to tell you why you shouldn't do something. But it's when you do it, it shows you why you should. Life is a risk. You only have one life to live. I live my life as if today was the last day. So I always go to achieve new goals, to achieve new dreams, to go after things that just seem so far-fetched, and I just try to prove everything wrong. So if you guys are going through tough times, you know, whether it's family members or whether it's your own personal will, or the biggest thing, like, I just met a dude driving up here, And he's 37 years old. You know, he was in his car, Nissan Altima, and he was talking about how he had just had a kid, and he feels stressed out, and he doesn't know where he's going with his life. And I just kind of talked to him because he wants to be a rider and stuff like that. And I told him, well, I know how it feels to be lost. Like, yeah, I'm not that old, but I still know what it feels like to be lost and wrapped in a circle, thinking that like every day I'm not getting closer to where I want to be, or I'm just watching these people live their lives, asking myself, how do they do that? How can they, you know, drive these cars, have this, have that, how? And you know what the difference is that they worked for it. They didn't start off at it. I mean, some people get the golden, you know, I'm not even gonna say that, because if I was in that opportunity, my parents, I would want them to do the same thing too. This is saying for people that have or feel like there's no light at the end of the tunnel, like feel like there's no like hope, I guess you would say. There always is hope. You have to create it. The way your attitude is, the way you walk around, the way you carry yourself, you draw what you are. So like if you're a negative person and stuff like that, you're gonna get that all in your life. If you walk around being positive and see the positive out of things, you're gonna get that in your life. So I just want to be a big motivator here. I want to show you guys like straight up, like you can go from absolutely nothing, like just like I said, like my Nissan Sentra, my Integra, my little beater Civics, to now having an R8, and I still have my Type R. Living example that I'm only 26 years old. I know a lot of people got it a lot earlier, but you don't have to rush it. Everyone catches up at their own pace. You guys can make your dreams a reality. You guys can be better than me. I want you guys to be better than me. I want to see everybody up me. I don't get jealous. I get motivated. Seeing other people do better than me doesn't make me angry. I don't ask for handouts. I don't want them to tell me how you did it. I want to just do it how I do it, and tell them that I'm going to be there next to them one day. That's how I get motivated. I don't like hatred. I don't like feeding into drama. I like to be the motivator. Life is positive. I mean, straight up, like I'm doing it now. Like, dreams to reality. The story continues. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys, thank you guys, thank you guys, and stay tuned for what else comes next. Make sure you guys come to the shop. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you guys get on our Instagram, OMO CNC Motorsports, and we got a lot more in store, so thank you guys.